to town in this one. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. It's the first game back in Atlanta for the Hawks.
The start of a homestand here, a short one, but nonetheless a very important one, so you want to get off to a good start.
Shots good by Dedmon.
Well, if you don't box him out, you're a dead man.
And here's Moutier. To the paint. And Moutier throws it down.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Gotta love the fact that going vertical is a major part of what makes him so difficult as a point guard to defend, especially around the rim.
Hudson can't hit. And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
Shots good by Dedmon. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Prince. Collins with it. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Dedmon's shot is off.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
Now, Moutier. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
When Moutier starts to stroke it from the outside, he's got him on a string.
And the Knicks with possession here. Following Emmanuel Moutier's three. Count that one. Knox has got his first points of the game.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
Now, here's Collins. Back to Moutier. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. Gets a little lazy about what it could be.
Here's Knox. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Now, here's Moutier. Loads it up for Davis. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Man, what a missed opportunity there. Really just came down to some poor timing.
Here's Moutier. He has 5. Prince, right side. A 3-ball. Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got 8 points.
Have to appreciate how comfortable Moutier looked taking that one. Released it as soon as he caught it.
Here's Ntilikina. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That one drops for him. Now here's Moutier. Pass to Prince. Back to Moutier. From outside the arc. Prince misses.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
Now, here's Dedmon. Guarded by Prince. Shots good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his third bucket of the night.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Right wing. And so it's Atlanta with it. Pass to Moutier. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Collins. Drills the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That's his first foul. And the Knicks making a change here. Here's Dotson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Knox. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Now here's Moutier. He's got 8. Bounce pass Davis. Collins in the post. Johnson in the corner. Shoots over Jenkins. Goes back up. And Johnson lays it in. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night. Pass to Dedmon. Over Davis. And there's another one for the Knicks. We see more and more teams looking to push the tempo. Is that just a fad, or is this going to be a long-term thing?
Well, if I can play against any defense that has no ability to set up where they want to be or have the matchups with the players they want to have, Kevin, I'm going to look to take advantage. And if that happens in the first 5-6 seconds with one pass, so be it.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Yeah, he has that kind of range, but maybe not that time the best judgment.
Here's Arcidiacono. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Jenkins. To the left wing. For 3. Dotson gets the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Now Johnson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
Well, Joe Johnson's a very patient player who likes to get inside for his shots as well, possessing a very nice touch down low.
Here's Jenkins. Pass to Dotson. New York moving it around. And that one's good. Arcidiacono.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Now here's Moutier. He's got 8. Davis down low. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, you just look at the talent that left the Hawks over the last few seasons, Brent. Easy to see why they needed to start over.
Yeah, it started with Al Horford and his departure, and then Teague and Millsap did the same. And hard for any franchise to remain competitive when you lose that many quality players, especially their chemistry in Budenholzer's system. Arguably a great fit for one another, and now off to doing bigger and better things.
Here's Dedmon. Can't connect from short range. The Hawks trailing. Out left to the wing. Knicks on offense. And here's Calderon. Up top, Dedmon. Clock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key. Atlanta with the rebound.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in. And last year for the Knicks, a bit of a throwback offense. First in the league in 2-point attempts and second to last in the league in 3-point attempts. We'll see if the new coaching staff changes some of those numbers.
So it's the Hawks now. After the missed three from John Jenkins. Calderon with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And talking about the Knicks last year, definitely one of the bigger teams in the NBA.
Interesting to look down at their scoring last year, as their top 4 scorers were either centers or forwards. And that's a little bit unusual in today's game, where most of the impact's coming from your point guard or a wing player. Not the case for the Knicks, so they're looking for some backcourt help.
Hits it from 3-point range.
You know, at least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Well, the Hawks were super young last year, and they had all the troubles that come with youth. Inconsistency, guys trying to find out what their role is for the year. Lots of turnover problems and questionable shot selection. And now they're younger this year. So if you're a fan of the Hawks, patience is the key.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And for the Hawks, those problems are things that are just part of the process, Brent, of growing this team.
Hey, you got to really focus on positives around this rebuild. We've got a solid group of young, talented players that can really shoot the basketball. What they're going to have to do is start to take some pride on the defensive end of the floor, and they're going to have to learn what it takes to play an 82-game season with consistent effort on both ends.
.146 left in the first. Pass to Lopez. Back to Calderon. Puts it up. Rebound, Atlanta.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Now Monk. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Perkins inside. Here's Johnson. Goes up again. Pass to Monk. 4 on the clock. Kicks it out to Johnson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Knicks trail by 5. Calderon taking his time here. Jenkins with it. Pass to Trier. And Lopez has it in the corner. The fader. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Atlanta leading by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to the right wing. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over Jenkins. Shoots from the right block. Johnson's shot is off.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Calderon, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now just a 1-point Hawks lead, and we'll be back with you shortly. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, they found a little bit of space out there on the perimeter, and they have a shared confidence right now. That tends to breed some success for this team.
Now, here's Monk. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Johnson left side. Shoots over Jenkins. A shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again. A tremendous opportunity for David Fizdale to re-energize his coaching career. Just that short stint he had in Memphis. He's a smart guy, a ton of charisma, which of course the New York fans are going to react to, and try to rework this roster and find some talent and push forward.
Here's Monk. The Knicks making the shot. Over to the left wing. Herter. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. He has 5. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
For the 3. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Here's Ntilikina. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And there's the call on Perkins. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta making some changes. Some nice passing by New York here. His first shot coming late. New York, no good that time either. The Hawks leading. And here's Moutier. He's got 8. Pass to Prince. Collins with it. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Trains the three-pointer. Collins has got 8.
Mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive, and right now stringing some plays together.
And here is Lopez, guarded by Prince. Kept alive. Goes back up. Lopez with the bucket. Lopez has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Prince. Davis down low. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And it's sent back by Lopez. Here's Ntilikina. That one's not going to go. Prince with the defensive effort. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Now Moutier tipped away. It's Prince on the wing. Back to Collins. Over Vonleh. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How
about the concentration. He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Hawks have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Now here's Lopez. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Knocked loose, but they get it back. Here's Trier. He's got 5. New York needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Hawks leading by 5. Moutier looking around. Pass to Prince. Bazemore with it. He's guarded by Thomas. Shoots a 3. Bazemore misses. Knicks trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Charity stripe shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner 3. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a Summer League where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner 3.
Both teams will make substitutions. Now, here's Monk. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Dotson. Second chance shot. Here's Ntilikina. Tries yet again. And Vonleh finishes it off. Vonleh's got 4 points this quarter.
Even with the defender in his face, Vonleh makes the adjustment there necessary to get off a decent look.
Pass to Prince. Four on the shot clock.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Ntilikina. Here's Knox. He's guarded by Collins. Pulls it up. Knox misses. The Hawks leading by 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
Here's Knox. He has 6. Count that one. So it's the Hawks now. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Collins in the post. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
Well, John Collins is a very athletic big man out of Wake Forest. He wasn't thought to be a very impactful rookie, but I think Mike Budenholzer timed it well as he got more minutes late in the year. And with that burst and length, he can be scary when he gets on his way to the rim.
Pass to Lopez. Plumlee with the steal. Here's Prince. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, you can't be late when Taurean Prince is coming in there. He comes with such aggressiveness and force. Hard to slow down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the Hawks making a change here. And the free throw, no good. For Collins, Brent, he knows that he has a lot of growth in his game, wants to focus on working hard to improve.
Well, maybe his background will help him out. Grew up in a military household, and hard work seems to be second nature to what it is that he does. Many surprised on draft day when he dropped to 19th overall, even John Collins himself, but making up for lost time here.
So it's the Hawks now. After New York gets the three, clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Next ball.
Knicks trail by 5. Here's Arcidiacono. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got 8 points.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
And here is Monk. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Collins. Shot clock at 5. The shot will not fall. So New York will take it the other way. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
From past the arc, Hudson can't hit.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
The Hawks again can't hit. To the paint. Over to the wing. Connects from three-point range.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Knicks trail by 6. Shot from the low block. Dedmon. No good with the layup.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
Knicks foul.
Atlanta making a switch here.
That's his first personal foul.
Moutier with the ball. 8 points for him. Inside. And finished off by Perkins.
If there's a skill set you like your point guard to have, that's exceptional court vision. Moutier shows it off there with that assist.
Here's Dotson. Trailing here by 8. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the Hawks making a change here.
Backcourt violation called. Atlanta ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Joe Johnson.
Here's Arcidiacono. New York moving it around. Pass to Dedmon. Here's Dotson. Back to Dedmon. Just 5 on the clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Dwayne Dedmon, not a big name in the NBA right now, Brent, but he's a very productive player in what time he sees on the floor.
Well, he never does anything without misstep out there. Great length for a player. He competes on both ends of the floor, and he bolsters up a front line no matter what position you put him at, the 4 or the 5.
Now, here's Moutier. And here's Prince outside. Buries it from three-point range. Prince has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Dedmon. And there's the call on Perkins. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 1:52 left to play here in the second quarter. To the paint, to the left wing. Knox gets it to go from beyond the arc. Knox has got 11.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Now, Moutier, 8 points for him. Pass to Prince. Perkins on top. 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by New York. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of the game. Here's Arcidiacono. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
This is his first free throw of the game. You look at the Knicks free agent signings, Brent, haven't been so great over the past few seasons.
Yeah, a lot of that's been due to major injuries. When you sign veteran guys and you're in a situation where you're hoping to win now or get to the playoffs, there's a risk that comes with that. So cap management for the Knicks, it's been a tricky game and one they've come up on the short end on.
Pass to Dotson. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dotson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Herter. Now Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Here's Arcidiacono. Pass to Dedmon. Here's Knox. Covered by Perkins. Lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound. Here's Dedmon. And Davis sends it back. And that does it for the first half of play. The Hawks on top, leading by 6. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's Moutier. Down low. And stolen by Dedmon. Takes a 3. Good on the triple. Dedmon's got the first bucket of the 3rd here for the Knicks.
Improving his overall offensive game. It's going to be limited touch time for Dedmon, but doing the right things in this one.
Bazemore on the wing. Pass to Collins. 6 to shoot. No good from outside. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Arcidiacono. To the middle. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Atlanta leading by 3. Pass to Collins. And stolen by Dedmon. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Timeout, timeout.
Dotson's got 10 points.
Well, you love the fearless, aggressive attitude. Doesn't let size matter.
Well, he also has that innate ability to just create enough separation. That's a nice move.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. A new head coach, Lloyd Pierce, is looking to bring a defensive approach to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Pierce has the resume you would want from a defensive coach. He came up in those teams in Memphis during the grit and grind time and learned some defensive techniques from Brett Brown in Philadelphia. Helped them last year on the defensive end to be a much stingier defense in the league.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
Now, here's Dedmon. New York moving it around. Shot clock at 6. Tries it from 9. Collins grabs the miss. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for Atlanta. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Down low. Deft touch on the alley-oop. And now a 5-point Atlanta lead.
Textbook pass for Moutier there. That's what he's out there to do.
Pass to Knox. Now Dedmon. Here's Knox. The 19-foot shot. They get it back. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in. Dotson's got 4 this quarter.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Moutier. His 3-pointers off the mark. Knicks trail by 3. Outside Wilson. To the inside. It's stolen by Moutier. Pass to Bazemore. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up from the corner. It's rebounded by New York. It's stolen by Davis. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Right side Wilson. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That'll be his second foul of the game. Atlanta calls timeout. Well, Brent, as a former dunk contest winner, I have to ask your thoughts on one of the great Hawks of all time, the terrific human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins.
Well, Dominique, one of the greatest athletes this game has ever seen, and one of the most feared dunkers, obviously, of his era. You remember a lot of the highlights with Neek coming in, flying in, and finishing off a shot that might have missed from the opposite wing and going up over the top of 2 or 3 guys. So he certainly doesn't get enough credit nationally for the type of offensive firepower that Neek provided for his beloved Atlanta Hawks for years and years.
To the middle, out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Knox. From down in the low post, it goes. Knox has got 13 points.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Prince outside. Pass to Bazemore. The Hawks again can't hit. New York trailing. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. New York calls timeout. One of the stories here, John Collins getting it done today.
Yeah, I know the defense has 5 guys, but collectively they're no match for this guy. He is roasting them.
Now here's Calderon, and Thomas has it in the corner. Pass to Trier, 5 to shoot. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Now here's Monk. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. To end the drought. Drills it from outside. And the Hawks lead by 2. And here's Calderon. Pass to Trier. Uncovered. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Now here's Wilson. Pass to Calderon. Beyond the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, throughout his career, Calderon has been one of the most efficient shooters, very effective from the three-point line.
Monk with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Now here's Johnson. And no good that time. Great D that time from Thomas. Down low. And Lopez throws it down.
Now, Calderon does such a good job of being a floor general out there. Outstanding passing instincts.
And Robin Lopez, one of those dirty work type of big men, rebounding, defending, a lot of grit, setting screens. He does it all.
Yeah, unselfish. He does know his role. It just makes things easier for his teammates. Has his quirks, but has proven to be a great teammate.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Now here's Calderon. 5 points in the game. Pass to Trier. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now Monk. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jose Calderon.
And Monk is an interesting player, a combo guard with fantastic scoring potential, quick on both ends of the floor.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Outside Thomas. 3-pointer. Perkins pulls it in. The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Monk. 5 points in the game. To the wing right side. Pass to Bazemore. Hands it from downtown. Bazemore's got 6 in the quarter.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You look at the New York Knicks, desperate to compete again and get themselves back into the playoffs. Remember, 1973, their last championship year, with the likes of Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe. Maybe they could use a couple of those guys now.
Here's Trier, 5 points in the game. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. He gets a little lazy about what it could be.
Out to the right wing. Fades and shoots. Offensive rebound. Pass to Bazemore. Monk with the ball. Spellman. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And since 1973, only 2 finals appearances for the New York Knicks.
Yep, 1994, they lost to the Rockets in 7 games. And in 99, that was the lockout-shortened season. They lost to the Spurs eventually on their home court in 5 games. No finals appearances for the New York Knicks in the new millennium.
Kicks it out to Johnson. All sorts of time. Jump shot is good.
Joe Johnson.
Staying ready. Johnson spotting up and lasers that one in.
Pass to Trier. Here's Lopez from the right block. The shot is good. Lopez has got 9.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Spellman. Wilson with the block. And he recovers it. Pass to Bazemore. Puts up a 3. And here is Monk. And another shot. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And it's good. 2 points.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Launches a 3. It's rebounded by New York.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Ntilikina. Offline with his 3. Atlanta leading by 7. Johnson left side. Thomas with the block.
And really, this is where you want to just let the clock wind down.
Yep, unless you get a great look that's impossible to pass up, use the time wisely.
Pass to Lopez. Outside Thomas. No good with the triple. Spellman. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks heading to the bench with a 7. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Ntilikina. Offside Thomas. And stolen by Prince. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Wilson grabs the board. So it's the Knicks now. Lets it go from deep. No good that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That's his first foul.
Knicks foul ball.
Now here's Moutier. Clock at 4. Nailed from three-point land. Moutier's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Hawks. Knicks trail by 10. Outside Thomas. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Out to the wing. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Back to Moutier. And here's Collins. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Wilson. Here's Trier. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. Even though they're ahead, he said, these guys are capable of catching fire. They can score a lot in a little. I don't want to see anybody easing up until the final whistle. Guys.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Moutier. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To the wing on the left. Collins with it. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Outside Wilson. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Wilson. 6 on the shot clock. And it's off from three-point range. Prince outside. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. And that's now 11 points for Prince.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Outside Thomas. The high post shot. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now, Moutier. Prince outside. Knicks trail by 8. To the middle. Here's Lopez. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Atlanta making a switch here. That one misses for Davis. Brent being disruptive, forcing turnover, something the Knicks couldn't do last season.
Yeah, last year, 29th in the league in steals. The roster was more big than quick last year, so unable to extend some of their pressure because of the way that they played. It makes it hard to fire up some of that transition offense if you're not getting out there and getting steals.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players physically?
I think it's putting strain on everybody. I think last year we saw
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
The Hawks leading by 10. Here's Monk. Herter. That one good for 2. And the Hawks lead by 12. And here are the Knicks.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Arcidiacono. New York, no good that time either. Now, here's Monk. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
New York calls timeout.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
Knicks trailed by 15. Moment here now for an injury report. Now for an update on John Collins' injury. Let's go to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Atlanta's head athletic trainer about his status. At this point, he's saying that it looks like a grade 1 sprained ankle. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Yeah, sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
Here's Arcidiacono. Following the 3 by Atlanta. Knox misses.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable. And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Shots good by Dedmon.
Well, Dedmon continuing to want to expand his range and show that he's capable from outside the paint.
And here is Monk. Pass to Bazemore. Makes it off the glass. Bazemore's got 11 points here in just the second half.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
The Hawks leading by 17. Monk with the ball.
Next foul call.
Johnson in the corner.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Pass to Dotson. Here's Knox. Dedmon trying to break free. And the basket by Knox.
This is where you want the shots to come from, deep inside the paint and high percentage opportunities.
Here's Monk. Johnson in the corner. And that one hits back iron. Knicks trail by 15. Now Dedmon. Pass to Knox. Now here's Dedmon. Clock at 6. Here's Knox. Covered by Perkins. Knox misses. The Hawks leading by 15. And here is Monk. Pass to Bazemore. Tries a three. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Arcidiacono. Second chance shot. Dedmon.
Dedmon likes to play physical. He brings it to the game every night.
A free throw drops for Dedmon.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
Here's Monk. That three off the mark.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Johnson outside. They need this one. And there it is for him. And the Hawks lead by 16. And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him, he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a three-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility.
On defense, New York, after Joe Johnson's score. Ball's knocked loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Hawks.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Emmanuel Mudiay.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Johnson attacking. Spellman. Knicks with the rebound. And the basket by Knox.
Assist from Noah Vonleh.
So it's the Hawks now. Monk with the ball. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 5. Spellman. It's rebounded by Vonleh.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
And the basket by Knox. Now Johnson. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one.